Hey guys, how are you doing? So today I'm actually not in Barcelona, I'm in Madrid for the second time in just over a week. Now, one of the things that happened to me since I've been in Spain is that my wallet was stolen, and my US green card or permanent residency card was in that wallet. And that's one of the things that sent this whole thing spiraling down into oblivion. So in order to replace the green card, you actually have to be in the United States. Because I'm out of the country, what I had to do was come to Madrid and go to the embassy and pay $575 for what's called a boarding foil, which basically just allows me to get back into the United States without the green card. Then I have to pay for the flight, not to mention the bus tickets to come down here. Then I have to pay another $550 just to replace the green card. I mean, it is mental. Can you I mean, how can it possibly cost almost $600 just to get this basically stamp / sort of visa in my passport just to say I can come back to the United States, and then another $550 to replace the green card? It is just absolutely breathtaking in the sense of being punched in the stomach and winded. I mean, it just so when I found out about all of these costs, it just absolutely murdered me financially, basically, and pretty much just spelled the end, because I was already struggling. The trouble with my sort of work is that the income fluctuates so much, and so right when I arrived to Barcelona, my income dropped quite a bit, and of course my living expenses went up a lot, and then in the last month my income dropped a lot more, just because, you know, it's summer, people decided to stop taking classes so they could go travel or save money for a trip, or one person lost their job, and this happens, you know, but it all happens at the same time, and this all happened right after I got screwed with the green card situation. So just an unfortunate chain of events just really put the nail in the coffin. And anyway, that's not what I want to talk about today. What I want to talk about really is this is a thank you, honestly. I mean, I made that last video, The Confessions of an Accidental Digital Nomad, as somewhat of an apology and also an explanation, because I wanted you guys to know what the heck has been going on and why it's been so difficult for me to produce content that I'm capable of. Because I think if you watch my documentary or my 8-language video, and then if you watch some of the other stuff, it's quite drastically different. And so in terms of quality and output, in terms of changing projects, I wanted you guys to understand that. And I was pretty low on the day I made that video, and I was just exhausted, especially creatively, which almost never happens to me. Usually, no matter what's going on, I'm just able to push through, you know, and keep going, but I was just exhausted. And I have to say, I was on the verge of some, you know, panic attacks again, like I was having in Finland. But the comments I got on those videos were amazing. It was a 4-part video that was about 30 minutes, and I really, honestly had no idea if anybody was going to watch it. I thought maybe 1 or 2 people that really follow my stuff closely might watch it. But those videos got as many views as my other videos do, and the comments were just so encouraging. I mean, people took time to write very lengthy thoughts, encouraging words. It was just so encouraging, and without sounding too corny, it just was really, that really touched my heart, and it re-energized me. It was like getting some extra lives in a video game, you know. I was dreading coming to Madrid, honestly. I was dreading it, because I just come like a week ago and spent 2 nights back to back on a bus, and now I'm spending 2 more nights back to back on a bus. But thanks to those messages, I don't know, it really just helped me stay positive, and I'm here now in Madrid. I'm not gonna do any sightseeing, and I know that might be really frustrating or surprising to a lot of people, and this might be hard to understand, but it's you know, I have done so much traveling alone, and it's not even usually traveling. I mean, people think I travel a lot. It's really not that I travel a lot. I mean, I've lived in a lot of places, but it's not sort of touristic sightseeing traveling that you would think of. I mean, I lived in Portugal for 2 months, but I literally didn't even see the center of Lisbon until the last day, when Richard Simcott kindly came to visit me, and we spent half a day together and we saw it. But you know, I was working and doing all sorts of stuff, so that's the first point, is I haven't actually done so much traveling in the way you might think. But second of all, almost all the places I've seen in the world at this point, especially as an adult, I saw them alone. There's nobody next to me to be like, whoa, look at, do you see that? Like, oh, wow, you know. There's nobody to be like, oh, do you remember that time when we were in Lisbon? Or remember that time we were in Paris and we did the thing? And no. And there's tremendous benefit to traveling alone. But like anything else, you reach a point of diminishing returns. And in my case, if you go to the extreme where you're spending a majority of your life over a course of 3, 4, 5 years alone, then it becomes quite damaging. And I don't know, in my case, I'm just not motivated anymore when I come to a place totally alone. But what I will say though is that it's honestly thanks to you guys that I feel positive somehow, and I'm gonna do what makes me happy. And right now, let's study. I love studying. I mean, you guys know me. The way that I learned 7 foreign languages in an extremely short period of time, while maintaining them, and along with learning things like now I'm doing web development and learning graphic design and whatever else. It's because I spend a lot of time studying, and it makes me happy, especially over these years when I've spent so much time alone. That was my way of turning a negative situation into a positive. So turning my loneliness and isolation into a productive output, which was studying, learning. I don't want to do that forever. I'd rather not do that now. But the fact is that I love studying. I love learning. I love taking courses online. I love taking super neat and tidy notes. And so that's what I'm doing. So right now I just spent about an hour making organizing notes for Japanese lessons. Let me see, actually. I'm going to show you guys. So here's my big Japanese book. Literally. And as you can see, I plan out all of my lessons that I'm going to teach you guys on YouTube. I try my best to make it look nice and organized. And, you know, I actually get a lot of pleasure out of taking nice notes and organizing them in a way that I hope will make sense once I present it in video format. So there's that. I also have a Japanese book here that I've had it for a long time, and I carry it everywhere with me. Even to this day, I read chapters of it at a time. I go back and reread them. It's just a comforting thing for me. It helps me to maintain my Japanese, and I love reading in Japanese, so I'll read some of that today. I also have my online course where I'm learning how to do web development. Right now I'm learning all about CSS, because as I mentioned before, I'm actually rebuilding my entire blog and business website from scratch as I go through these courses. So the new sites will be up in September, I hope. So brand new blog, brand new everything. It's going to be very exciting. I've been working my freaking ass off for the last 3 or 4 months, kind of behind the scenes. So this is the first time I'm really telling you guys a lot of this. Just know there is a lot of new content in the form of blogs, in the form of videos, which is going to include sketches and comedy stuff that will hopefully illustrate important issues in language learning. There's going to be a ton of stuff. So there's that. I'm just going to spend the day learning, which is what makes me happy at this moment in time. But nevertheless, once again, just seriously guys, thank you, because I don't know what I would have done, and I don't know what I'd be doing right now, but it was so dreadful to think, just seeing this month, another month ahead of me of this nightmare, the isolation and the financial issues, and just wanting to get into a safer, more stable situation. Thankfully, now that my passport boarding foil has been approved, I've been able to change my flight to the 24th of August. So just 2 more weeks of this, then I'm back in the US, and it's going to be great. I'm so looking forward to the stability and to the output that I'm going to give you guys. But anyway, so just thank you again. Thank you. Just know those comments really meant a lot to me. Every comment means a lot to me. Every single subscriber means a lot to me. I check every day. I'm sure everybody else does too, but I check every day. And even if I don't reply to the comments immediately, it's just because there's sometimes quite a lot of them, and because I take a long time to reply to my comments, because I try to write thoughtful responses. But no, once again, I know I'm beating it to death. I know that this sounds corny, but seriously, every one of you guys, thank you. And I'm just so motivated right now to do better, and man, it's gonna be awesome when I get back. I promise you. I'm so excited. So that's it from Madrid. So thank you guys. Take care. See you in the next video.
To my love, you will see me fall down into trenches, but just go on and leave me. You don't need me that way. You'll find a love to blind you. And to my love, you will find that wounds are aplenty, and as they heal, you'll find the beauty in the scars. My love, you will find that wounds are so empty, but just leave my love behind. You'll find a love to blind you. I just want you to know that I do not feel nothing when I say I've got to go and leave you this way. You'll find a love to blind